Hello everyone, let me ask you guys a question. How many times as a kid have you sat there and just thought to yourself, how am I going to convince my parents and negotiate with them to A, let me go do something or go somewhere I want to, or B, get something that you've been wanting. And then you get to the actual negotiation part with your parents and just fail miserably. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to become a more successful negotiator. My name is Richard Marques, and I have a lot of personal experience in this because in high school, I worked at this fancy restaurant on the water where the clientele had the money to be buying lots of lavish foods. So we were specifically trained to sell them, let's say, squeeze them for an extra 2 sides that they might get. Or if they don't think they want dessert, you would politely just sway them a little bit into getting a dessert, and there you just got an extra 20, 30, 40 bucks to your bill just by negotiating with them, basically. Indirectly, of course, you're not holding them hostage or anything. So my first thing is going to be how to prepare for negotiating before you even negotiate. Second is going to be what to do when you're negotiating, and third, what happens if it doesn't go according to plan. So first, you're going to want to negotiate this process. You don't want to go in there with a hard head and just think that this is what I want, yes or no, because you will fail and not get what you're wanting. So you're going to go in there and expect to negotiate. Second, you're going to want to do some small talk. As a research has showed in an article done by Mind Tools called Building Rapport in 2020, small talk can be extremely beneficial to you because you create trust with that person. That's why they don't recommend doing negotiations over email, basically, because you can't really build that trust. Building trust is one of the most beneficial things you can do prior to negotiation. Also, you're going to want to go into the negotiation with it in mind that they might not want to agree to whatever you're doing, so you want to have an alternative that you still can agree with and they will also agree with, so you might have a backup or two of possible alternatives. Now that we covered what to do before, let's go into what to do when you're actually in the negotiation. So an article done by Harvard's Law School called 10 Negotiation Skills to Become More Successful. Your first thing is going to want to be active listening. You want to sit there and be polite, but also active listening. This also means that you don't want to get frustrated if they're talking and they're not agreeing with what you're saying, or they're giving something you don't like. Do not get hot-headed on them, because this will cause you to just say something you'll regret after this negotiation. You'll regret. So you want to stay calm, cool, and collected, and just politely listen. And they will also reciprocate this when they have to listen to you. So this could be beneficial for both parties. The next is ask good questions. Don't ask yes or no question. Ask open-ended questions. That way you can work with the person. So if they say, I don't like this, or I don't like your alternative either, as we said, you have to have an alternative. If they don't like your alternative, you can work with them and ask them why and find possibly a new alternative midway through your negotiation. And just keep a smart trade-off. And then now that we talked what to do while you're in the negotiation, let's talk about what to do if it doesn't go to plan. It's not going to always go to plan. Life doesn't go according to plan always. So first, you're going to want to present multiple offers. If it doesn't go to plan initially, you want to present them with multiple alternatives. And if whatever they don't like, you can work with them and see what they don't like about those options and create new options for them. You're going to also want to hold them to it. This can be very beneficial for your long-term, like the durability of your negotiations. Let's say you're building a house and the contractor says, I can build this in 3 months. So you're going to want to make a contract possibly to hold them accountable there's going to be drawbacks if they don't do this within 3 months. That way they have more motive to actually stick to their word and complete this task within their time. And always tell the truth. As an article said, a blog said by Help Scout in 2018, the art of negotiation, you're going to want to tell the truth because the truth goes a very long way. So if things don't go accordingly, you're going to want to stick to the truth because this keeps your reputation intact and will benefit them. So overall, today we've learned how to become a better, more successful negotiator by A, preparing to negotiate, B, what to do when you're in the negotiation, and C, what to do if it doesn't go according to plan. Thank you very much, guys.